guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very exciting video for me to film because if you haven't already read the title down there, it is tips and tricks on how to pack and organize your suitcase when going on a holiday. I am actually, if you didn't already know, going to Bali in 2 days. So the day that I'm filming this is 2 days away, and by the time it comes up, I'll be back from Bali. I'm definitely going to be doing some Bali vlog videos and stuff over there, so stay tuned on my channel to see those. And I just thought for this video, before I head off, I will take you through, the things I do to pack my suitcase and things that make it really easy and ways to make sure you don't go over the weight limit, which I know is one of my biggest problems because I pack heaps. I pack heaps of stuff all the time. I pack more than necessary. Here is my tips and tricks on how to pack your suitcase.
So the first thing you're obviously going to need is a suitcase. I got mine from Victoria Station. It cost me about $130 on sale, but I really love it. I'm also taking this black backpack that I got from Typo as my carry-on because it fits just about everything I need. Another reason why I really love my suitcase is it's got all these zips and pockets for organizing everything. Makes it so much easier for when you have to live out of a suitcase that everything's where you know it's going to be. So tip number one is to write a list of everything you want to take. It can be a small list, it can be a big list. It just makes it so much easier so that when you're packing your suitcase you know exactly what things you need to put. Tip number two is to check the weather of the place that you're going to before you go. This really helps with not packing too much because, for example, I went to Bali, I wasn't going to need my jumpers and my jeans and stuff. So tip number three is to roll your clothes. I've seen this tip on so many other YouTube videos before when talking about how to pack your suitcase. And I never understood how much it really works and really helps until I tried it myself. It helps to stop your clothes from getting all wrinkled up. It helps to see where all your clothes are in your suitcase and make it really easy to keep tidy when you're living out of them. And it saves so much room in your suitcase so you can fit so many more clothes and it's more organized and it's just so much easier. So tip number four is to line your suitcase with belts. I personally don't really wear belts, so it doesn't help me that much, but if you're someone that does wear belts, all you have to do is roll your belt around the outside of the suitcase and it keeps its shape. So tip number five is to roll small fragile items inside clothes. So if you're taking a perfume bottle that you didn't want to get broken like I have, I just roll it up and then shove it in with my clothes and it stops it from getting broken. So tip number six is to stuff your shoes. I stuff my shoes generally with the socks that I plan on wearing with them, or I've also put smaller items or even my deodorant in there before. It just saves a lot more room when you're putting them all in your suitcase. So tip number seven is to clean your makeup brushes. This one's a little bit more optional. I know I prefer to have my makeup brushes cleaned when I go away on a holiday. They're just easy to pack. So I put a little bit of baby shampoo into a sink full of water, and I definitely didn't take this many brushes, I just cleaned them because I thought why not while they're out. I used my brush egg just to wipe out all of the makeup from inside my brushes and it makes them feel nice and clean. Tip number 8 is to pack small makeup items or makeup items that can have different uses. So if you've got an eyeshadow palette, you might find one that's got a really nice color that you can use as a bronzer or that you can use as a blush. And another good idea is to find the brushes that are double-ended. I have an eyeshadow brush that has 2 different ends and it makes it so much easier. Tip number 9 is to pack mini-sized toiletries that you can sometimes get as free samples or something. For example, I have this mini toothpaste and mini floss that I got from my dentist. They just had them up on the reception desk and you could just take some. They're really cute and small, so they're easy to pack. I also have my mini perfume that comes in those little box sets that have the hand creams and stuff with them. That's also very handy to pack. And then I got this online free sample kit from Clearstart that has a daytime treatment, an overnight treatment, and a mini cleanser. Tip number 10 depends on where you're going, but it is to prepare a language book. I actually studied Indonesian for 3 years at my school, so I just kind of wrote a little bit into a book to look over while I was on the plane. Tip number 11 is to lay everything out. I'm talking more specific as my carry-on. I laid out everything I thought I might need to take with me on the plane, and then from then on decided what was more important and what wasn't so important, and then sorted it out into my bags. I also highly suggest you take a book to read because it gets very boring on a plane. My last tip is to leave a clean room. Once you finish packing, you will notice that your room looks disgusting. Like my room looked like a bomb went off in it. There is nothing worse than coming back with a suitcase full of stuff to unpack and walking into your room and it being messy. So I love to have a clean room before I leave. It makes it so much easier to come home and unpack because I know it's going to be messy again.